Hello, good morning students. Today let's start some of the model question paper given by Karnataka Secondary Education Examination Board for the year 2021. Let's practice that the question based on physics. So move on to some questions which are of physics. Okay. So we have reached the model question paper for science. These are all objective type. Question is given with an 4 options. We have to choose one options and write it as an answer. So let's start. So question number 41. A device used to change the resistance in an electrical circuit. 4 options they are given: A ammeter, B rheostat, C galvanometer, D voltmeter. So yesterday I had taken a class, in that I had told a device used to change the resistance in an electric circuit is. So wherever in an electrical circuit, whether it is electronic or electrical circuit, if you have to change the resistance continuously, if you have to change the resistance, because we will get the resistance in the market which is permanent. If it is 1 ohm, it will remain 1 ohm in the circuit. If it is 100 ohm, it will remain 100 ohm. But if you want to vary the resistance of that circuit with the help of certain device, continuously you want to vary, the requirement is there a variation of resistance. Then the device which is used to vary the resistance, in previous class I had told that resistance was rheostat. So here 4 options are they have given: ammeter, B rheostat, C galvanometer, D voltmeter. So there are these three: ammeter, galvanometer and voltmeter are used to measure the current. Voltmeter is also used for measuring current. Galvanometer is also used for measuring. So same thing, these three are measuring instrument. Rheostat, only B rheostat is the device which is used for as a device for a variable resistance. So answer is B rheostat. So the answer is B rheostat. So rheostat is a device which is used in the circuit to vary the resistance. Okay, next we will go to next question. Question number 42. In Fleming's left hand rule, middle finger indicates the direction of. So 4 options they are given: A magnetic field, B electric current induced in conductor, C electric current, D movement of conductor. So here what is the question? In Fleming's left hand rule, middle finger indicates the direction of. So in Fleming's left hand rule, so Fleming's left hand rule, what it tells? Fleming's left hand rule tells motor rule. So motor rule, what it tells? If we will align all these 3 fingers in the direction, motor rule what it tells? If you align, this is forefinger, this is thumb, this is middle finger. So motor rule, in motor what we have to give? We have to give put an input current. So we have to put an input current. This armature is kept between magnetic field. So this magnetic field is represented by the forefinger. The magnetic field is represented by the forefinger. Thumb represents the rotation of that armature. So middle finger represents the direction of current. So here we, in motor, we have to give an input current. So current is converted into mechanical energy in the motor. So motor rule is identified by Fleming's left hand rule. So middle finger represents the input of current, armature, the forefinger represents the magnetic field, and the thumb represents the direction of motion of that armature. So middle finger represents the direction of the current in Fleming's left hand rule, and it is motor rule. So the answer for this is the Fleming's left hand rule. The middle finger indicates the direction of electric current. It is C. The answer is C, electric current. Okay, move on to the 43 question. A doctor prescribes a corrective lens of power minus 0.5 d to a person. The focal length of the lens and the type is. So 4 options they are given. A is minus 2 meter and concave lens, B is plus 2 meter and convex lens, C is plus 2 meter and concave lens, D is minus 2 meter and convex lens. So here the what is the question? Question is telling a doctor prescribes a corrective lens. A doctor is prescribing a corrective lens of power minus 0.5D to a person. The focal length of the lens and the type is. So they are asking what is the focal length and what type of lens the doctor is providing to the person if power is 0.5D. So for option, minus A is minus 2 meter and concave lens, and B is plus 2 meter and convex lens, C is plus 2 meter and concave lens, D is minus 2 meter and convex lens. So here the answer is A, minus 2 meter and concave lens. So the person who is suffering from here myopia, short sightedness. So he is suffering from short sightedness. For that here the doctor prescribes minus 0.5D to a person. The focal length of the lens and its type is minus A minus 2 meter and concave lens. Concave lens doctor will provide because so that the image will directly form on the front of the person's retina. So the answer is minus 2 meter concave lens. So next question we will move on. 44 question. The nature and the size of image formed when the object is kept between the principal focus f1 and optical center O of convex lens is. So what they are asking, the nature and the size of image formed. So they are asking nature and the size of image formed when the object is kept between the principal focus f1 and the optical center O of the convex lens. So the object is kept in between principal focus f1 and the optical center O of the convex lens is. So they are asking 4 questions they have given. Virtual, erect and enlarge, B real, inverted and small image, C virtual, inverted and small image, D real, inverted and large. So here the answer is, we will understand what is the answer. So now we will see that a nature and size of image formed when the object is kept between principal focus and optic sensor. So what will happen, we will see in the image. So we will go to this image. So you can see this image. Now they have told that object is kept between, see this cursor they are showing, the object is kept between principal focus. This is f1 is principal focus, this is optic center. So this is object, this is principal focus, this is optic center, and this is center of curvature. So when we keep the object in between principal focus and optic center, see the ray diagram. Now the ray from the image is passing through the optic center. One ray diagram you have to draw, which is from the top of the object, which is passing through the optic center, and draw it straight. Correct where the ray diagram ends, you draw the image. From the same you can draw another ray diagram. So here the image we are seeing, when an object is kept between principal focus and optic center, it is formed enlarged. So it is virtual. The image is virtual, it is erect, as same as the image. It is erect, it is enlarged. First it is enlarged, it is erect, and it is virtual. So the answer will be A, virtual, erect and enlarged. So the answer is virtual. So the answer is virtual, erect and enlarged. Next question we will move on. 45, question number 45. So question number 45, the question is, The potential difference between the terminals of electric heater is 60 volt. When it draws a current of 4 ampere from the source, the resistance of electrical heater coil is. So once again we will understand the question. The potential difference between the terminals of electric heater is 60 volt. So there is a potential difference across the terminals of electric heater. The electric heater is connected to a terminal across where there is a potential difference of 60 volt. So what it means, 60 volt of voltage is provided to the heater when it draws a current of 4 ampere from the source. So that electric heater is drawing a current of 4 ampere from the source, from wherever the source, the 60 volt source is there, from it is drawing 4 amperes of current. The resistance of electric heater coil is. So what is the resistance? 4 options they have given. A is 15 ohm, B is 240 ohm, C is 24 ohm, D is 64 ohm. So here we have to apply Ohm's law. So Ohm's law, what it tells? It tells current flowing through the conductor is directly proportional to the applied voltage and inversely proportional to the resistance of the conductor. So I is directly proportional to V by R. So now we have to find R. Now we have to find out R. So see this diagram 45. So voltage they have given, see the cursor here, voltage they have given V is equal to 60 volt. I, the current drawing the voltage across which the heater is connected is 60 volt here, and the current which it is drawing is 4 ampere. I is 4 ampere. Now we, according to Ohm's law, I is directly proportional to the applied voltage, and because the constant is negligible, we will take I is equal to V by R, voltage applied and resistance applied. Therefore R is equal to V by I. So R is equal to V by I. So R is equal to V by I. So putting the value of V and I, R is equal to voltage across the terminal is 60 volt, so 60, and I current drawing is 4 ampere, 4, so we will get 15 ohm. So resistance of conductor is 15 ohm. So answer is 15 ohm, that is A. So there is answer is A, 15 ohm. Move on to next question. The diameter of a circular outline of a spherical lens is. The diameter of a circular outline of a spherical lens is. So what they are asking, the diameter of a circular outline of a spherical lens. So they are asking the diameter of a circular outline of spherical lens. See. So what is that? They are asking A, optical center, C, aperture, B, center of curvature, D, principal axis. So answer for this is C, aperture. It is aperture. So you have to know that if there is a if you take whether a convex lens or a concave lens, so if you draw a line between the curvature, means center of curvature is there, diameter between that two poles of that curvature is called as aperture. So the answer is aperture. Move on to 47 question. The inner wall of solar cooker is painted black because this: A, reflects light, B, absorbs more heat, C, prevents from rusting, D, converges solar radiation. The inner wall of solar cooker is painted black because this reflects light, B, absorbs more heat, prevents from rusting, D, converges solar radiation. So 47, B, absorbs more heat. So in solar cooker what mainly is that we have to absorb more heat so that it can easily cook the food whatever is placed in that cooker. So black absorbs more heat, so therefore the inside of the cooker is painted black. So the answer is B, absorbs more heat. The black color absorbs more heat, so that it will absorb most of the light, light energy, and convert it into heat and cook the food easily. So it is made as a black paint. Next we move on to the question 48. The function of electrical generator is it. So what is the function of electrical generator, they are asking. A, reverse the direction of the current. B, converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. C, detects the presence of electric current in the circuit. D, converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. The function of electric generator. So you already know that what is electric generator. Electric generator converts mechanical energy into electricity. The answer is D. So electric generator is used to produce electricity. So here the option D is correct. It converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Next we want to move on to next question. 49 question. The resistance of a conductor does not depend on length of a conductor, area of cross section of a conductor, magnetic nature, nature of material. So they are asking the resistance of conductor does not depend on. So on what factors resistance of conductor does not depend on? So length of conductor, it depends on length of conductor. So it is not the answer. Area of cross section of conductor, also the resistance of conductor depends on area of cross section of conductor. So this is also not correct. C, magnetic nature. Okay, this C is the answer because it does not depend on magnetic nature. D, nature of material, also it depends. So the answer is C, magnetic. The resistance of conductor does not depend on C, magnetic nature. So the answer is C. Next we move on to question number 50. DC generators works on the principle of. So on what principle DC generator work? They are given 4 options. Electromagnetic induction, B, magnetic effect of electric current, heating effect of electric current, D, chemical effect of electric current. So DC generator works on principle of. So DC generator works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. So the answer is A, electromagnetic induction. So electromagnetic induction, what it tells, whenever we will keep and whenever we will move an armature or a electric conducting material in between a magnetic field. So whether it is a conducting material or an armature, if you move that armature in between that armature which is kept in between magnetic field, then EMF is generated in that conductor. So what that principle tells, whenever we will keep a conductor in between a magnetic field and move it, so EMF is generated in that conductor. So on the basis of that, DC generator works on the principle of electron. That principle is called electromagnetic induction. So on the same principle DC generator works, that is A, electromagnetic induction. So answer is A. Next move on to next question. Watt is SI unit of. So watt is used to measure power. So they have given A, electric current, B, electric charge, C, electric potential difference, D is electric power. So watt is the SI unit of. Answer is D, electric power. So the answer is electric power.